Shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace and glory and blessings to the Most High, Yahweh, to the Son, the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, to all my brothers on salt of the earth, to you all in the chat, and to the Israel, the 12 tribes, which are Negroes and are beautiful people. Shalom, shalom, shalom. What's going on, y'all? So we still tonight want to talk about let us go. Yah, deliver us. Let us go. And we crying out for Yah to deliver us. You know, we've been in this country for over 400 years. And we had nothing but turmoil, time after time after time. You know, one day we might be on top of the world, we seem like it. And the next day we're at the bottom. I'm going to shout out to the chat. Shalom, Aliyah. Yah is king. What's good, family? All right, brother. Jason Philip McCockley. Shalom, shalom. 1 Peter 2:25. For ye were a sheep going astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. See, what's next? Who's next? Michelle Y. Shalom, shalom, sister. All right, shalom, Hadasha. Shalom, Hadassah. I'm sorry. Shalom, sister. That sister right there, she's somewhere, she's near my area, in the Triad area. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, Yashadit. I'm going to put this, what's the name in the chat? Hold on, I'm going to send the email first out. All right, shalom. Okay. I see other people coming in the chat. Oh, Yashadi, I'm gonna put this. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna put the link in the chat right quick. Shalom to y'all. You all. Pray y'all having a blessed week. I pray that each and everybody are ready for these enemies to let us go. And we got to pray, ask Yah to deliver us. Because we don't just depends on the enemies letting us go. Without the power of Yah, it won't happen. So we got to pray that the enemies let us go, that Yah deliver us. All right, let's start getting it in, y'all. So we're going to start We're going to start in Exodus 21 and verse 6, y'all. Remember, we crying out, let us go, but we also crying out to the Father to deliver us, And we got, what we're doing right now, what I want to do is set a argument, not an argument, but a plea to the Father through his word. And what is his word saying? So look at Exodus chapter 21. Exodus chapter 21 and verse 6 says, let me see. I'm here yet? Yeah. I'm at the hold up. I don't think I'm there yet. Where is Exodus 21? Y'all can believe that? I'm trying to find Exodus 21. I guess we can start at Deuteronomy then. I don't know. I thought that was the right one. Exodus, but started Deuteronomy. So I'm just do it on my phone. So it'll be much easier tonight. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy 24. We're gonna go here. And what we're doing is setting the premise on this. Deuteronomy chapter 24. The link is not working. Hold on. Well, put this link in. I can't believe you said the link is not working. Let me put it in. I don't know what's going on. Dude. Shalom, shalom, brother.
Shalom, shalom.
Y'all want to greet the chat before I get started?
So shalom, family in the chat, everybody out there. Uh,
Brother Eric, you on here, Brother Eric?
I was on the wrong screen. What's going on, Brother Kadar? What's going on, Brother Yash? What's going on, everybody in the chat? Shalom and blessings. Hope y'all doing well.
all right.
Just chiming in.
All right, we're ready to get it in. Right now, we're talking about let us go and Yah deliver us. So we know that we're praying for letting us go, but we know that we're going to need that deliverance from Yah. Just to ask the heathens let us go is not going to be enough, which we definitely going to say that because cry out to that. We praying that Yah will hear us. But I want to read Deuteronomy 24:7. It says, if a man be found stealing any other brother of the children of Israel and making merchandise, making merchandise of him and sells him, then that thief shall die, and thou shalt put evil away from among you. So even within our own people, we can't be taking our people, stealing our people, and selling them as merchandise. So even when you're looking at this right here, this is a cry out. This is a case that we can make that's what happened to us with these heathens. They took us, they stole us, and they made merchandise out of us. And we know what's going on there. Even to this day, they benefiting off of us as merchandise. Matter of fact, Brother Eric brought up plenty of times that we the ones spend the most money probably across the globe. We use as merchandise even to this day. And this is a crowd that we have. The ones that's waking up and realize, hey man, look what they doing. This is why we need to be let go. This is why we need Yah to deliver us. What y'all think about that verse?
Yeah, I think verses like that is also why when you deal with those people, they want to do away with the Old Testament and do away with the law. When we talk about the law of the Most High, all of these things are aspects of the law as well. So they're alive and well. So when you look at that, you look at our situation, you look at what they did to us, that's in violation. That's all I had on it.
Yeah, and I think that the Most High supernaturally placed that in there, knowing what our outcome was going to be, and and so that we would not do it as a people, because we could have destroyed ourselves if we did that amongst one another as a people. But I believe he put that in there supernatural to because he knew that what our outcome was going to turn out to be.
Yes, exactly. And when you look at Exodus chapter 16, it's sort of basically almost saying exactly the same thing. I mean, Exodus chapter 21, verse 16, it says, he that steals a man and sells him, if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Now we know that's another crowd we can use, because if the Messiah comes back now, right? Where are we? Are we still in the land of captivity? We scattered to the four corners of the earth. We still colonizing parts of Africa that's where the Israelites are now. So this is the cry out to let us go, because if you don't let us go, according to the scriptures, you're going to be put to death. And of course, it goes along with Jeremiah 30. Anybody that devout Israel will be devoured. Anybody slay Israel will be slain. Isaiah 14, he that I mean, I will have mercy on Jacob, yet choose Israel and put them in their own land. And the strangers should join them. They will take them to the house of the Lord as handmaids and servants. They should take them captives, who captives they were, and rule over their oppressors. Revelation 13:10, he that leads in captivity must go into captivity. He that kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. All of this branch off of these scriptures right here. And it's no way you can deny that, but yet and still we got people that's in different branches of religions and say, I just don't think the Most High is going to do that when the scripture said that's what he going to do. And we saying, let us go. And we also praying the Most High deliver us. What y'all think about that?
Yeah, well, you know what? Not only that, it's that what it is, people. This scripture shows a light on truly how people, the hearts of people, and the condition that people really in. You know, you say that you're in you believe every word of the Bible, you know, if you're a Christian or whatever. But when you read these scriptures and actually point out the meaning to them, if they don't agree with it, they want to, you know, they want to cherry pick really what they want to believe or not.
Somebody jamming, ain't they? That Yashidi over there.
I'm home. Yeah, that's wifey.
Somebody jamming, ain't they? All right, go ahead, y'all. Are you done, Yashidi?
Yeah, hold on for a second. I got to take this phone call.
Okay. All right, brother. You want anything to say about that Exodus 21 and 16?
Well, let me go and revisit that real quick. But just to kind of pick up where he was leaving off, you know, that's what a lot of us was taught, you know, to do. What verse you said?
Exodus 21, verse 16.
16. It says, and he that stealeth the man and selleth him. Yeah, that's the same one. Yeah, these are the things. I remember some years back, these Gentiles invited me to a Bible study. I never went. It never happened because they only wanted to study the New Testament. And one thing I was learning at that time was that the Most High's commandments, the laws and everything, that this was the heritage that he was giving our forefathers. And so my thing was, you can't deal with the New Testament until you address the Old Testament. And so these are the types of things that a lot of people want to try to avoid, you know, even a lot of our own people, you know. These are standards that even today, you know, if somebody was to do this, you know, there would be a penalty. You know, if somebody was to kidnap somebody and hold them for ransom, or take them and do something with them and sell them off, and it gets found out that they're a part of that, then there will be a penalty for it. Right here, it say they should be put to death. But even now, we know that there are harsh penalties for these types of things. So a lot of these laws are still prevalent even today.
You know, I think sometimes matter of fact, I ain't gonna say I think, pretty sure when these white Christians and these black Israelite Christians, so to speak, when they read the Old Testament and they come back and they tell you you can't keep the law, because see what the problem is, you got to have a lust to do those things. These is a sin to death. Look what it said. You be put to death. Can you imagine if that law was like that in America? Well, nobody be doing no kidnapping. I'm just saying. So when we look at that, this is the law of the Most High. Hey, you can be put to death if you got caught doing these things. And we know as a nation of people, that's what happened to us. And we are still in the land of captivity. So if we saying let us go, and you in Christianity, if you anybody on here, you read these verses, you should be, reaching out and say, hey, this is a real good point, because we don't want to get caught with these people in our hands. I mean, this is really serious thing. I don't really. This is why I say with me, when I talk to people that's in Christianity, I don't think they believe in Scripture. They say they do, but they'll read these verses and say, "Well, I think it's done away with." Yeah, stuff they'll say. So, anything else y'all want to say before I go to Exodus 10?
No, I don't have nothing.
So Exodus 10, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what it's talking about. But when we read a couple of scriptures there, and actually I'm going to read and I'm going to stop, and we're going to talk more on these. Exodus 10 verse 1 says, and the Lord said unto Moses, go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, that his heart of his servants, and that I might show these my signs before him. Now, when we look at what's going on around where we at, just say America. I'm pretty sure it's going on around the world. Actually, it is. We look at how Jamaica has been pulling down and asking, for reparations from Great Britain. I'm pretty sure. Have you seen it, brother Eric? I saw that not too long ago.
Yeah, I've seen it. I actually saw it maybe about a year ago.
Mm-hmm. And we know we've been asking for it, for reparations. We know Africa has been asking for all the, artifacts that they stole from our people over there. But you notice that nothing's really been budging. Ain't nobody there. You hear like I heard about this college, Georgetown. That Georgetown, actually, where I went to college, is right near Georgetown in DC. The kids, the students come together and say, we want to pay reparations, back to the black people, because Georgetown actually enslaved, basically its benefits off of the work labors of our people. And they set up a bill and told them how they was going to pay it with tuition, every black kid to go there and all that. And they end up denying that. Can you see the hardness of their hearts? And I know a lot of us get frustrated, but the Most High is getting ready to do something, like he's getting ready to do something in Egypt right here. That's why he's hardening their heart. What you think about that, brother?
Yeah, I agree. And I agree with the point you made about the hardness of their hearts. It's like anytime a conversation or anything comes up about us being restored in any kind of way, all the other people around us get jealous. And they get upset, like the time they talked about basically reparating black farmers and relieving them of their debts. They put it out in the public for them to deny it. It was all a play, but I agree. It's just a reflection of what's in their hearts. No matter what, they don't want to see us with nothing. Like I think Brother Yash said that.
Yeah, you know what? I was, and that's exactly what I was thinking. See, all these nations that have held us in captivity are supposed to be democracies. And because of their politics, they they basically run. I mean, they do their own thing, but for show, they're gonna run off the will of the people. And like Brother E just said, whenever it's brought up about giving us reparations, we see where the true hearts of these people lie. You know what I mean? We see the jealousy, we see the hatred, and all that is wicked in these people. We see what comes out. So how can you? And these people are supposedly Christian. So how can you? Well, how dare you speak against the Most High by declaring that a people whom He set aside for destruction? How dare you call that hatred? Or how dare you say, or you call that being wicked? How you speaking against the Most High? Because these governments, even though they are, they have contributed to the brainwashing, the hearts of these people. It's them. We calling out to the government of the world. We saying, let us go. Yet the people is saying, you better not let them niggas go. Keep them down. Brother Banya, shalom.
Shalom, Brother Bonnie.
Shalom and blessings, family. How y'all doing?
Pretty good. You got something you want to say about this? Hey, Brother Bonnie led that let us go.
I want to say that the book of Exodus chapter 7 says, and the Most High said unto Moses, see, I have made thee a god to Pharaoh, and Aaron thy brother shall be thy prophet. Thou shalt speak all that I command thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh, that he send the children of Israel out of his land. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt. So the Most High is hardening these people's hearts, right? They're not. It's not for us to expect them to do anything by us telling them to let us go. It's not even about them letting us go. It's about the Most High showing them who He is. We just saying let us go, but we know the Most High gonna harden their hearts.
Yep.
You know He gonna harden their hearts because He raised this place up the same way He raised Egypt. He gonna throw it down the way He did Egypt, so that everybody would know who He is. Us saying let us go is about the Most High stepping in and showing them. That's why we can't stop saying let us go. And I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like to me, man, ever since we started saying let us go, I've been seeing more and more stuff happening. You know? So I think we should keep on doing that. Keep on saying let us go. Keep on posting it. Keep on doing videos. Keep on doing TikToks. Keep on doing lives saying let us go. Because if they hearing it and they're not, they're pitting themselves against the Most High, not us. Because He the one that put us in this position. And His will, if His will is that we be let go, it don't matter what they say. He gonna make them let us go. And that's what all these things that are going on is about. It's about Him showing, oh, you don't want, okay, I can make you let them go. Not by might, not by power, but by the Spirit of the Most High. You know, so they can deny all they want. They're only prolonging their own suffering. You know, the powers that be know things gonna get bad, man. People laugh and they scoff at us and they, oh, the Black Hebrew Israelites and you know, lump us all together, oh, dressed like ninjas, and you know, they want to scoff and all that, man, until calamities come on them, and then they're gonna be asking, why is this happening?
Mm.
You know, and we be standing right there saying, he said, let us go. Most High said, let us go so we could go serve him. You don't want to let us go, so this is why this is happening to you. Babylon would have been healed, but she's not healed. Why? Because you hard-headed.
Hmm.
You won't repent. You won't let us go. You believe in all your astrologies and your stargazing and all that stuff. You say you believe in quote unquote karma. That's the same as saying what you reap, you sow.
Right.
So if you sow slavery and death and destruction and genocide in the earth, what makes you think that's not going to come back to you? You know?
Adds up to me. I mean, and the time is right for the cry. You know,
Mm-hmm.
And,
you look
not
at
Yeah.
only
what's happening.
Yes, I remember not too long ago when you put that video up, and I was like, man, this is like, to me, we at the edge, man. We need to just keep crying that let us go, and we know that the Most High is going to deliver us. Before I go to the next verse, can one of y'all read that on the screen, because it's going to tie right into it? What's going on with us now, too?
I'll read it. Exodus 3:7 says, and the Most High said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and I have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows.
So we see that's what's going on by us. Keep saying, let us go. We crying out, we praying, we ask for deliverance, and we keep saying, let us go. So the Most High is going to hear our cry. And watch what this next verse in Exodus 10 started. I'm on verse 2. Look what it says. And that thou mayest tell in the ear of the sons, what things I have worked in Egypt, and my signs which I have done among them, that ye may know how I am the Lord. So we know that the Most High is doing all these signs and these wonders to, let everybody know who he is. He's boasting on his own right here, because what he did in Egypt when the 10 plagues came, we could, the only evidence that they had is what Moses and Aaron said, I am, or Ohio said, let my people go. And I didn't go up in there talking about nobody else but who? The Most High. And that's what the Most High is going to do again, I think, when it comes to this. But verse 3 says, and Moses and Aaron came unto Pharaoh and said unto him, thus said the Lord God of the Hebrews, how long wilt thou refuse to humble thyself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Now we has waken up to the truth. We realize who we are. We's crying out. We know there ain't no rapture or some cloud that we gonna live at. We want to go back to our own land, our inheritance. So we're crying out, let us go. To what? To serve him. Because even though we can try our best to honor the Shabbat, to do what we can try to do according to the all the law, but we're not gonna be able to do it to the fullness until we get back in our land. What y'all think about that?
you know what, every day I find myself now saying that very thing, asking the Most High to um to let us go. We need to go. We cannot stay here in this land of our enemies. We have to come to the realization that this is nothing more than a prison planet for us, and that's the only hope that we have. There's nothing good for us. Everything as far as for us as a people is falling apart. There's massive spiritual battles coming against us. You know what I mean? Coming against the women, coming against the youth, coming against. It's just hitting us in every single phase. And we have become so accustomed to it, that we don't even recognize it anymore. It's like we've just accepted our fate, and we need to come up out of that mindset. You know, I don't accept this fate, and no one has the answers except us, those whom He has opened up their eyes and their hearts to the truth of whom we are.
Amen. Hey, that's a great word. I got to get ready to get out of here, but I want to say what the brother Kadar said is really key, and I don't think it could have really been said any better than that. We need to come out of here, because we're never going to be who we really are supposed to be in here. As long as we are under the influence, under the jurisdiction, and under the sovereignty of another nation, we're going to be underneath their influences, and we're not going to be able to hold the Most High's laws to their fullest extent. You have an issue where you got all these different religions being pushed, and we trying to keep our worships and our practices in a land that's not going to allow us to do these things. They're not gonna allow us to build a tabernacle and have daily sacrifices to the Most High. They're not going to allow us to govern our own community and say, you all keep the Sabbath here. This land wasn't formed for our benefit. It was formed to imprison and enslave us. We're still slaves in this place, and I don't care what anybody think, because you got a good job or because there's a couple of people, that's rich and better off. That money you spend still got the faces of those people that enslaved your ancestors on it. You understand? And they can take that away from you. That's why every person that you see with money, they never willing to do nothing for the community, because they're afraid it'll be taken away from them. How you gonna have all you so rich, but you afraid? Money don't equal freedom. It don't. We will never be free until we out of here, until we underneath the Most High. We'll never fulfill our calling of being His people until we leave here. We gotta leave here and we gotta let the Most High deal with us. We gotta go out there in the wilderness, and we gotta be tried before the Most High, and we gotta witness some things. We gotta witness some things that our forefathers witnessed, because some of us hard-headed. Some of us don't believe that doo-doo stinks. And we need to do that. We need to leave in order to be Israel. Right now we Hellenized. We don't know nothing. We just coming back to our understanding of who we are. We argue with each other, and we cut each other down and everything, but none of us don't know nothing, man. We don't know nothing. We don't speak the language the Most High gave us and none of that stuff.
That's right.
We don't know that stuff, man. We're not going to be that until we leave.
That's right. That's so true. I'm about to steal another one from you, Banya, about that money.
Yours.
Hey, look, about that money. I like that. I never thought about that one. Y'all money in the world. When you look at it, you get you got a dude look like a ghost with long hair on it. Wow. I never thought about that. That's some knowledge right there. People, well, I got this and I got that. Look on that dollar bill, and you go try to build a country for your people, see what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's some knowledge right there, y'all.
What do you say?
Love you, brother, man. I gotta go, man.
Money?
All right, thanks for coming on. Shalom.
Thank you for having me. Shalom and blessings, bro.
Was you saying something, brother?
Yeah, whose face is on this, or whose inscription is on this coin? Remember, I said that to the disciples when they were talking about the thing. He said, "Render unto Caesar the things that be Caesar." That's their faces on there. We call them dead presidents.
Yeah, we got to live under George. Oh, George, what George got? Get George back his, or Lincoln or whatever. So yeah, that's the points everybody's making. How we are in the land, but we can't. In other words, so to speak, we can't be great to the Most High because we are in the land of our captivity. So for us to go, the same thing happened in Egypt. One other point I want to make that I missed when we was talking about in Exodus 21:16, when it says if a man get caught, in that possession of your hand, if you stole them and slayed them, that man should be put to death. That's exactly what happened to Pharaoh and the army when they came after Israel, when they left Egypt. Guess what happened? They was put to death. Wow. I didn't think about that. So verse 4 goes on to say, Exodus 10 verse 4 says, else if thou refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow, look what it says, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into the coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth, that they cannot able to see the earth. Wait a minute. That one cannot be able to see the earth, and they shall eat the residue of that which is escaped, which remains unto you from the hell shall eat every tree which grows for you out of the field. So he said tomorrow, this is when the plagues are going to start. When we look at the 400-year prophecy, it says right after the 400 year, I'm going to bring that judgment. We know what happened in late, right before 2020 hit. We know what happened. We know what happened across the world. This is some serious stuff. They better let my people go. The same thing happened then is happening now as we speak. What y'all think about that?
You know what? I want to answer a question for Sister Paula Lawrence first before we get into that. She put up, if you can find her thing.
Sister who?
Sister Paula Lawrence, the rap wolf's wife.
Is it on here? I can put it up.
It's on there.
Right. Well, somebody look at this right here.
It said joining you guys late.
Okay. But how about the question y'all got up here? Right. I'm gonna go ahead and answer this, then I'll pull it.
Okay.
Jeremiah 50:5, they shall ask the way to Zion with their face and thereward, and say, come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in the perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. Yeah, that's like what we doing now. We trying to find Zion. And at the end, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to leave from here and go into the wilderness. We're looking for Zion. So what was her name and what was the question?
Paula Lawrence, Sister Paula.
Paula Lawrence. That's it? Okay, hold on. Okay, I see it. See her right here. Let me see. Paula Lawrence, the question. Right here?
Yes.
All right.
She said, can I ask, what is stopping you from leaving? Her and the husband, they were stuck in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
But, and they left. There's a passage in the book of Jasher, chapter 75. It says, some depart early. It was 30,000 Ephraimites. Let me read it real quick. It says, at that time, in the 180th year of the Israelites going down into Egypt, there went forth from Egypt valiant men, 30,000 on foot, from the children of Israel, who were all of the tribe of Joseph, of the children of Ephraim, the son of Joseph. For they said, the period was complete. completed. You know how we say the 400 years is up, which Yah had appointed to the children of Israel in times of old, which he had spoken to Abraham. And these men girded themselves, and they put each man on his sword at his side, and every man his armor upon him. And they trusted to their strength. And they went out together from Egypt with a mighty hand. But they brought no provision for the road, only silver and gold, not even bread for that day did they bring in their hands. For they thought of getting their provision for pay from the Philistines. And if not, they would take it by force. And these men were very mighty and valiant men. One could pursue 1,000, and two could rout 10,000. So they trusted to their strength and went together as they were. Now you're talking about two people who could kill 10,000. All right. And it was 30,000 of them that left. Imagine that. That's enough to destroy the whole world. And they directed their land towards the land of Gad. Anyway, at the end of the day, they left early. It was that time. It was the time, but it wasn't the appointed time.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High has, and because they left before the appointed time,
Every last one of them.
they got defeated.
Mm-hmm.
They got destroyed
mm-hmm.
by the Philistines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the 400 years is up. So it is time. But it's not yet the appointed time. The time that the Most High has set apart for himself to get his name and get his fame among the heathen for after he raises us up. Now, many of us are leaving and going to Africa and going to places, and I don't think that's anything's wrong with that. You know what I mean? I believe the Most High is going to do, but the greatest is for now. Many of us are staying, and it is only right to wait on the Most High. What's that? Psalm 107. It says he's going to do great, and or 105, 100. He's going to do mighty, great, and mighty things for us. It's going to be like we was in a dream. First, we're going to be afraid, and then we're going to be glad. I'm waiting to see what the Most High do. We're seeing all these things happening. He's speaking to the world, but they ain't hard. They hardening their hearts by calling it climate change and everything else. But pretty soon, I'm decreeing and declaring today that the Most High is about to step up his game. And it's going to be undeniable that he is doing this thing. And the whole world's going to say, see, we're saying it now, but and we need to keep on saying it, like Brother Qatar said, and pray about this. But we're saying this now, but pretty soon, the whole world is going to follow us in unison. We saying it now, but they're going to say, let them go. I'm declaring this today. They're going to say, let them go. I believe that.
All right, man. You just got to the last point. Brother, you still on here?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Y'all rock out. I'm eating.
Oh, man, you eat. Oh, man. I was going to get you to read this last part with the Barry White voice. Oh, man. Okay. So, Brother Yashidi got to the point that they going to say, let them go. And that is so true. So when we jump down to verse 8, because we know that he sent the locusts and he sent the seas turned to blood. And the last part, what he did, the firstborn of every child or every living thing in Egypt died. So verse 8, and Moses and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go serve the Lord your God. But who are they that shall go? Now you notice he asked the question, who are they that shall go? And kind of realize what's going on with us. Who are all going to leave? Because we know everybody, I'm not saying the Israelites, right? Verse 9. And Moses said, we will go and with our young and with our old and with our sons and with our daughters and with our flocks and with our herbs and we go, for we must hold a feast unto the Lord. And he said unto them, let the Lord be so with you, as I will let you go. Your little ones look to it, for evil is before you. Not so, go now, yet they are men, and serve the Lord, for that ye did desire. And they were driven out from Pharaoh prison. Wow. So, we're going to come to time, just like what Brother Yash was saying, that the enemy that's holding us, that appointed time, and he going to let us go. That's why we got to keep saying it, and we got to keep crying out to Yah, let us go.
I think the only, how you hear certain people say, go back to Africa, right? The only ones who really have that sentiment are those who don't really have the understanding, like the powers that be don't want to let us go. Like Pharaoh didn't want to let the people go. Who all supposed to go? Who all gonna go? You taking everything, all your flocks, everybody leaving. All right, how far y'all going?
And that's exactly going on today. They say go back to Africa, but they don't want us to go. They show you pictures and movies and stuff on TV how bad certain part of Africa is. I was just talking to somebody earlier today. I said I want to move to Africa, and then they realize how the mindset of what we see on TV about Africa, that they why to make us not want to go to Africa or move to Africa.
Man. I don't know who they think they fooling.
But you notice all of them running to Africa.
Exactly. It's like, what y'all going over there for, to hang out in the jungle, swing through the vines like y'all say we do? Or y'all hunting them too? Because y'all hunting everything and killing everything,
You're right. Brother Yashidi, you got something you want to say before we close?
Yeah. I hit the wrong thing. Yeah. It says Jeremiah 31:8. Behold, I will bring them forth from the north country and gather them from the coast of the earth, and with them the blind, the lame, the woman with child, her that travaileth with child together. A great company shall return hither. Isaiah, that was Jeremiah 31:8, and Isaiah 35:6. Then shall the lame leap as an hart, and the tongue of the dumb sing. For in the wilderness shall waters break out, and streams in the desert. So you're right. They want to know who all want to go, but at the end of the day, the Most High bringing everybody because He understands. You know what I mean? He knows that He knows what condition we in. He knows that we in Babylon. He sent us to Babylon for one thing because He knew it was going to be confusion. He know that we all confused. He gonna. I say this time and time again. He's gonna sort this out. It's gonna all get sorted out in the wilderness. But He's coming back, and He's coming, and He's coming back. He's gonna finish rather what He started. It's all about And we ain't gonna all be able to get it right, you know, before we go. It's just not gonna happen. But see, that's what the whole beauty of it is. The Most High is gonna use how messed up, destroyed, and fractured a people that we are, to prove to the world that he is, you know what I mean, that he is, and that he will take that which was considered as waste and the dregs of society. He'll take that which was not wanted to prove to the world that all along he wanted this. You didn't want this. You didn't want these people, but these are my children. You know what I mean? I don't care how bad my son is. I don't care how, I wouldn't care how messed up the situation that my child is in. At the end of the day, I gave birth to that child. The Most High gave birth to us. He said, your father was an Amorite and your mother was a Hittite. And I took you and I seen you lying in the desert covered in blood. He said, I took you and I cleaned up everything off of you. And I cleaned up all this off of you. And I put the nice clothes on you to wrap you up in the swaddling clothes or whatever, because it's what it says. It's just not word for word. We must realize that we are his children. As messed up, and that's the real reason why it's hard for many of us to believe who we are, because of the condition that we are in. We so messed up as a people. We have so much against us. We have so much hatred amongst each other, so much enmity, so much murder, so much of everything vile among us as a people, that we can't even believe that we are the children of the Most High. But the word says, in a place where they said, ye are not my people, he says, there it's going to be said that you are the children of the Most High.
That was great, y'all. Yeah, that's it. Hosea 1, 9 and 10. I think that Romans 9 and 26, I believe. And you got people trying to say it's talking about Gentiles when it's definitely Hosea 1, 9 and 10 says Israel. And that verse, we're in the place where he says, you are not my people, you are the people that live with God. So that's a pretty good man. Y'all putting all these scriptures up here now. Oh Lord, I tell you, this chat be bringing it, y'all. But we're ready to get off here. I got to be at work at 4:30 in the morning. So I like to say shalom to you all, from Kadar, salt of the earth, to Yah, to the Messiah, to the chat. Y'all want to give y'all shalom out before we close out?
Shalom, everybody. Shalom and
see
blessings.
each other again.
Peace.